This is a Leanism. I will share it with you and you can pull it into your heart and feel your truth if it matches. And if not, you leave it here. That's okay. But in my teachings, I've purposely not looked for the dimensionality because a lot of people in the metaphysical new agey kind of speak are talking about let's fifth dimension this, let's 12th dimension that. Um, in my understanding, that creates a little bit of a blockage. And I'll tell you why. Because it gives the idea that you need to get out of this part of you and to go up some ladder somewhere to some other space. And a lot of people are taking that message as and get the hell out of humanity, like get out of here, like raise your vibration, get out of here and go up and go out, go up and go out. And that's very, very often I hear people taking in those messages of those fifth dimensional things and 12th dimensional things and 13th, whatever, and wanting to go up and go out. In my training in the Rays, it has been crystal clear to me and taught to me many, many times over that we are not designed. Ascension is not a process of getting up and getting out. That's not how ascension happens. And it's a huge mistake that is made by many, many people. We are not supposed to get up and go out. We are supposed to bring it in and download it here. We are not uploaders of energy. We are downloaders of energy. If you want this world to ascend, you have to bring that 12th dimension, the 20th dimension, whatever you want to call it. All those have to come and have a body here in the third dimension so that the third dimension can become, like literally become that 12th dimension and that fifth dimension and so on and so forth. So a lot of people are getting the right messages, but it's not being translated well. So there are dimensions. I don't want to say there aren't, there very much are, but ultimately there's supposed to be a collapse of all of these dimensions into a field of one dimension, oneness. Okay. So and then also, and this is super important, don't disappear from this world, guys. Do not disconnect from the earthly plane. We are here to connect into it. And I mean connect in fiercely, like literally, like this is my planet. You want your United States to look like this? Make it your United States. You want your world to be in harmony? Make it your world. This is my world. Determine that. Claim your connection to it, claim your oneness with it, and put your light into it. Don't disappear from the world. Bring you into the world. You are the Wi-Fi. You are the downloaders. Plug into the, it's all good and great if you get it for yourself, but if you're not grounding it into the world and distributing it through the grids of this planetary level, you are not going to affect positive change here, which is fine. Nobody's telling you what to do. But the opportunity is not only can you get these rays for yourself, and you'll notice in my meditations that I purposely tell you distribute, purposely I tell you ground, purposely, even before we started tonight, I said to all the blue beings of the world, this is for you. The work we do as a group is also being offered to you. You remember I said that in our opening meditation? I'm already connecting to the blue in every billion person, the 7, 8 billion people on this planet, every one of them has blue in their energy. And I'm dedicating the work that you do, the work that we do together, and the work that the guides are doing through us and with us to elevate the blue in everybody. Because you know what? We don't have time to waste, right? We're downloading this energy and distributing it out. You want to know who the 12th dimension is? It's you. This is your universe. You want to elevate it, you want to change it, you want to make it an Aquarian age. You are the Aquarian age. You are that energy field. So it takes, and here's a huge blue lesson, guys. It takes massive courage, it takes incredible strength, and it takes determination and choice. So up your blue. Nothing happens if you don't get blue. Blue is the first step to creating a phenomenal world that is the world you want to live in. You need to determine that I am powerful over this field that I call the earth. You are powerful, not from your ego, but from your light for the betterment of all. You see stuff in your world that you don't like, don't reject it. Don't disconnect from it. Don't throw it away and don't discard it. Your job, if you choose to do it, if you want to affect positive change, is do not get outraged and angry by all the stuff you see in the world. Connect to it, claim the oneness of that, say that there's karma here that's being worked out. through the human beings that are a part of that, and they are mostly unconsciously doing the light job that they signed up for. And you, as the one who is awakened to your light, is now choosing to speak to the soul inside of them and to transmute the things that they're holding in the vessel of their being. Consciously partner with them, consciously call their guides, talk to their higher selves, ask them to wake up their light and turn on their rays, ask them to open up their channels and to stop working from their egos and to come into the purpose of their existence, and to partner with the teams from the rays that they've signed up to be and work with. Everybody on this planet is on a ray. Most people don't wake up to it. So hold the vision of the light turning on in every single person on this planet. Hold the vision of everybody using their power for the good of all. That's very blueness. Okay? Right might, right action, the right use of power. There's nothing wrong with power, guys. And we need to get comfortable with power. We need to get comfortable with our strength. We need to get comfortable with our assertiveness. And we need to balance that out with the power of the love that we carry. But the love we have cannot dominate this world without the strength backing it up. There has to be balance between strength and love. That's what Violet Flame Age is all about, the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And every single one of us has both qualities in our being. That's our duality. And we have to equalize that. We have to stand in the center of it and have both fully accessed and fully partnered together to be able to affect positive change. If we are only being our power and we are not being our love, well, then we'll become domineering bullies. If you think that you are righteous from an egoic perspective, you're not going to be able to serve a whole lot of light. You're going to be able to serve your needs, and that's it. Okay. But if you're coming from the power of your light, and if you are standing for the highest will as you attune your will to God's will, if you ask for the divine plan to be shown to you, and not many in this world know what this divine plan is. Some people have a sense of it, some people have a feeling of it, but very few people have a full idea of what is the plan. I don't have the plan. I have a glimpse of it. I have a feeling of it. I have a hope for it. I have a feeling for what's possible if we can get enough of the light turned on this planet. Okay? But the fastest way to change the world, guys, the fastest way to change anything is for you to connect to it. Don't take responsibility for all the crap. Take responsibility for the connecting to it and being a distributor of light, for being a channel for the energy from the highest planes, from the source. Okay? And don't judge it, don't hate it, don't discard it, don't banish it. Just send light. Just see the love in those spaces. Just hold the vision of what's possible. It takes a very strong person, a very brave person to go and be blue and to hold a vision when maybe you are the only one holding the vision of hope for something that looks hopeless. You might be the only one standing there looking at somebody who looks like an absolute dark, shadowy person. And if you can see a light in them, even the tiniest little spark in somebody who's completely lost, if somebody can witness that, then it can exist. If it doesn't get seen by a witness, it's much harder for that light to be born. Much harder. But if you look at somebody in the deepest darkness, I don't care how dark they look, there's a spark in there somewhere. Find that spark, see that spark, hold the vision of that spark. Do not waver for a second from the understanding that every being is a spark covered in garbage, okay? And there's still a spark there. I don't care how much garbage, I don't care how much of the swamp is on top of it. There's tons of egoic swamp stuff. There's tons of karma that's still on this world to clear. I'm not denying that. I'm not falsely optimistic, and I promise you I'm not a nutcase. But in there somewhere, there is a spark. I promise you. Find the spark and infuse that spark with light. And it will have the energy it needs to grow from within. It will have the energy that it needs, the strength that it needs to come to life within somebody. Even the darkest person has light. Okay? Even the darkest situation has light. Find the light. Do not be afraid of the darkness. It's one of the great things that Blue will teach you. Do not be afraid of the darkness. Don't be afraid of going to war. Know that you can handle all of it. You're not going to war. You're not going to get killed. You're not going to get harmed. There's nothing that can hurt your light. Nothing. You are unharmable. You are unhurtable when you stand in the strength of your blue being. Nothing can take you out. Nothing. Okay? You have nothing to fear but fear itself. You've heard this all throughout your life, I'm sure. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. So do not fear. Do not waver from your invincibility. And don't fall for the lie that this world is not full of light. Go be the warriors of the world. You are warriors of love. You are warriors of light. You are warriors of wisdom. You are warriors of the rays. You are lovers. You are healers. You are psychics. You are warriors. You are amazing. Do not forget this. And if you could glimpse even a fraction of the truth of you, and I hope that that's what you saw tonight. I hope that's what you felt tonight. If you could feel that, if you could sense that, if you trusted 1% of 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 your light, if you trusted that, that's enough to change this world, guys, and make it a world you want to live in. So on that note, I love you. I believe in you. I believe in the light, and I believe in its power. And I know you guys too. And I love you. I love you. I love you. So go be amazing this week. Step up as these warrior beings that you are. Do not be afraid of your power. Get comfortable with it. We've got 3 weeks to go. Suck it up and go be amazing. Mwah! I love you.